In the stillness of the night, when whispers of the past seem to echo through the air, a forgotten story comes alive. This is the tale of Winklman, Texas, a dream woven out of wood, stone, and memory by one man's vision. That man was Raymond Henry Ray Winklman Jr. In the early 1980s, Ray was not just another Texan with land and money. He was a man obsessed with the weight of history, someone who believed that stories of the past should not be locked away in dusty books or fading photographs. He wanted people to step into history, to walk through it, to breathe it. The idea struck him like a lightning bolt during a quiet drive near Brenham, where he saw an abandoned schoolhouse crumbling into silence. To most, it was a ruin, but to Ray, it was a living fragment of time calling out to be saved. He once told a friend, "If I cannot stop time, then perhaps I can rebuild it." In 1983, he purchased 5 acres of land. That was only the beginning. With his own hands and sheer determination, Ray began transporting historic buildings from all across Texas. The process was grueling. Every nail removed, every plank numbered, every stone carefully packed. Old plantation houses that had stood for over a century, a rustic saloon that had once echoed with music and laughter, a general store where generations had bartered for their daily bread. All were dismantled piece by piece and brought to Winklman. He supervised every detail, working alongside carpenters and laborers, sweating under the hot Texas sun. At night, when others slept, he would sketch plans by lantern light, imagining how each structure would stand side by side to recreate a town lost in time. Slowly, a new settlement emerged. Tourists who wandered in were left speechless. To them, it felt as if they had stepped into a time machine. Within 3 short years, the project had grown so large that nearly 90 people found steady work there. Local musicians played in the saloon, children ran through the old schoolyard, and history once again had a heartbeat. Ray envisioned this town not as a theme park, but as a living monument where people could feel the echoes of their ancestors. But dreams, no matter how powerful, rarely survive untouched by reality. By 1986, financial troubles cast a long shadow over Winklman. Construction costs soared, visitors slowed, and debts piled up. The banks came knocking, and Ray, who had poured every ounce of his soul into this dream, found himself powerless. Within 3 years, the land was seized, and the town that had risen so proudly began to wither. By 1989, the property was auctioned off. Different owners came and went, but none cared for the fragile soul of the place. The once lively saloon fell silent, its wooden beams groaning under neglect. Roofs began to cave, shutters broke away in storms, and weeds swallowed the streets where laughter once rang. For Ray, it was more than financial ruin. It was heartbreak. His personal life grew darker, weighed down by the collapse of his creation. Friends recalled him walking through the decaying town long after it had closed, gently touching the wood of the schoolhouse or staring at the faded signboard. One neighbor remembered him whispering, "This was supposed to outlive me." But life had other plans. On May 9, 1994, Raymond Henry Ray Winklman Jr. passed away, carrying with him the unfulfilled dream of bringing history back to life. The town he built followed him into silence, left to the mercy of time and weather. Today, only a few broken structures remain, weathered wood, rusted nails, and a fading signboard that still bears the name. To those who stumble upon it, it feels like walking into a ghost's memory, a place where hope and loss are forever intertwined. This was more than just a failed project. It was a vision, a story of ambition, struggle, and the delicate line between dreams and reality. Ray Winklman wanted to preserve time, but time proved to be stronger. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share in the comments which forgotten place you would like us to uncover next, because hidden chapters of history are always waiting to be told.